Shanti I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti I'm a peaceful soul. झरनों से संगीत है झरता, झरनों से संगीत है झरता। पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत भी झुक जाता है। सागर रास्ता दे देता, पर्वत भी झुक जाता है। नामुमकिन मुमकिन हो जाता, वक्त भी रुक जाता है। हम जाने या तुम जानो, हम जाने या तुम जानो, क्या मिलता प्रीत लगाने से। तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता, तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। याचना ना कामना, तुमसे कुछ ना मांगे हम। योग करें हम, योग्य बने प्रभु, काम तुम्हारे आए हम। कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे, कष्ट कटे सब विघ्न मिटे। लगन की अग्न लगाने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता। तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु को मीत बनाने से। सुख के दिन या दुख की रातें, मन की नैया ना डोले। सुख के दिन या दुख की रातें, मन की नैया ना डोले। जीत हार हो फूल खार हो, जितना खाए हिचकोले। सदा समर्थ सहारा तुम, सदा समर्थ सहारा तुम। देते जो मेरा पालनहारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा पालनहारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा साथी सहारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं। नदिया में ढूंढा, दरिया में ढूंढा, नदिया में ढूंढा बाबा, दरिया में ढूंढा, देखी हर एक बहती धारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा साथी सहारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं। बगिया में ढूंढा, सितारों में ढूंढा, बगिया में ढूंढा, सितारों में ढूंढा, तेरे लिए हो, तेरे लिए ढूंढा जग सारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा साथी सहारा, कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढूं। मधुबन में आया तो तुमको ही पाया, मधुबन में आया तो तुमको ही पाया, हर और तेरा ही नजारा, अब ना ही ढूंढूं, हर और तेरा ही नजारा, अब ना ही ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा पालनहारा, अब ना ही ढूंढूं वो जो मेरा साथी सहारा, अब ना ही ढूंढूं। When you are weary, here's what I'll do. When you can't smile anymore, I'll smile for you. I'll be the raindrops when you cry, I'll be the sun when you can't shine, and when the world runs out of time, I'll be there too. Too many people, too blind to see, too many roller coaster rides won't set you free. So chase the rainbow, chase the high, become the brightest in the sky. But when the world runs out of time, you'll come to me. And I'll be waiting to catch you when you fall. see you through it all. Don't turn your face away from me, 'cause I'll be waiting all through eternity. I'll be there patiently. Don't take your love away from me. When you feel helpless, when you are low, I'll be the light upon the path to guide you home. I'll fill the spaces in your heart. I will remind you who you are. And when you shine just like a star, I'll let you go. And I'll be waiting to catch you when you fall, to see you through it all. Don't turn your face away from me, 'cause I'll be waiting all through eternity. I'll be there patiently. Don't take your love away from me. When you are weary, here's what I'll do. When you can't smile anymore, I'll smile for you. I'll be the raindrops when you cry. I'll be the sun when you can shine. And when the world runs out of time, I'll be there too. When the world runs out of time, I'll be there too. I'll be there too.
So, welcome everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you to this session on being calm in crisis. And today we're taking that step towards building our emotional immunity. Without further ado, I would like to invite the National Coordinator of Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University, Thailand, to welcome our dearest speaker, Sister Shivani. So I'd like to invite Sister La.
Unmute. Om Shanti. On behalf of Brahma Kumaris in Thailand, let me welcome Sister Shivani Verma, who will lead us to the topic of being calm in crisis by building our emotional immunity. Many must have been known you already from your popular TV talk. That is a show about awakenings with Brahma Kumaris. which is looking at a personal, emotional, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. Sister Shivani, you touch the hearts of the people in 5 continents and help them in positive changing in their life. I doubted whether you can have a sound sleep with over 1 million followers in Facebook and YouTube knocking at your door. Never feel tired of listening to you and meeting you during your speaking tour to different parts of the world. If it's not too late in this occasion, let me say congratulations for having the President of India presenting you the highest civilian honor of a woman called the Nari Shakti Award, or the Woman of Power. If I'm not mistaken, it must be last year. In Thailand, we use the same terminology, Nari, for women. Thailand is physically, culturally closest to Bharat. You also can give like an impression of the Shakti, who has authority of God Shiva, to give his message. As your name, Shivani, it's so appropriate to use Vani or sounds of Shiva to convey the voice of truth. By now, there must be anticipating audience waiting for you to hear your words of wisdom. So lovely to have you with us today. Please accept a rare roses from our garden of the main center called Old Sweet Home, and the same culture of putting my palm together. Just take it first, take it first. And it's the same culture of putting my palm together like namaste with Thai greeting, sawasdi. It comes from the word swatika, meaning auspiciousness, good luck, and well-being. Welcome back to Thailand again for the 3rd visit, but it is online after you being trained to be good at flying all over the world. Now it's time for Brother Anil for more introduction as the main coordinator of Indian community in Thailand. It is the Kumvit family who is the host of the program. It's time then. Over to you.
Sister La, thank you so much. And a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us. Sawadee krap. So the present situation and the last year, you know, what we went through, we saw, I personally saw lots of changes in the human trait, behavior. I saw, you know, like we saw a lot of tolerance coming up, a lot of acceptance. So there were so strong changes, unexpected changes, yet we saw, I saw everywhere that people accepted it. People accommodated it. Some could not go to work. Some had to work extra 24 hours, but we all accommodated it. There was hope still, and there is still hope that this crisis is not, is a change, you know, a change demanding a response. So in this response, we saw, perhaps many did not notice it, but there was lots of positivity too, which actually is the powers which belong to every human being. And this evening, we have with us, you know, Sister BK, Sister Shivani, and the topic is crisis in calmness in crisis. So again, we see crisis or the intense change being presented is nothing more but wanting for us the opposite, positive expression which belongs to the human beings of calmness. We saw cooperation in the world. We saw cooperation at family level, local level. We saw it in universe, worldly level. And all these things happening brought about a lot of creativity. there was a lot of creativity also to accept these things and to move ahead, and that hope, and we will move ahead. So we are so fortunate and lucky to have Sister Shivani, because I feel that she is the ambassador of the a human's values and powers. She's ambassador of them. She puts them across to us so easily. Sister Shivani, BK Shivani, I don't need to introduce her. She is her household name in her native country, India. Anyone wants any help, guidance on spiritual power or inspiration, her sessions, countless sessions, selfless service is available round the clock. Till today, she carries on, and that power, inspiration to move on. This connection happens because, the deep spiritual aspects, philosophies, she has brought them down to the grassroots level where everyone can connect with it. When we are listening to her programs, everyone feels, we feel we have already done it, what she's saying. It's so simple, so easy to connect it, and the inspiration comes to move on. So it's the perfect time today for her to be with us, to emerge what is already in us, to show us those steps how to emerge and bring about positively change easily, so that we all benefit in these, I would not say crisis, but I would say more of the universe changing for some betterment, which she will today show us and guide us. She has also toured, I feel, has been invited almost to all the cities of the world, and in fact, main auditoriums touched the hearts of lakhs of people. And 8 years ago, we had her with us in Bangkok. At that time, it was only Bangkok, but again, this situation has broken borders. There are no more borders now. So now, today, all of Thailand is with us. And definitely, Thailand's everyone connected worldwide is also with us, with her. So a very, very warm welcome to Sister Shivani. And we look forward to hearing her great words of wisdom to touch our hearts and bring about benefit. Welcome, Sister Shivani.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Om Shanti. Let's take a minute of silence and just bring your attention to the center of the forehead. It's where we create our thoughts, where we create our feelings. And just ask yourself the simple question which we ask everyone every day. How are you feeling? Ask yourself the question. How are you feeling? The last over a year, like we just heard, and like we all know, we've seen a lot happening outside, but we also need to check how was it going on inside. Outside, we know everything. We know not only what happened in our city and country, we know everything that was happening all over the world. And that's always the case, not even just because of COVID, but otherwise also. Because at one click of a button, we can know everything that's happening in any part of the world. And we always keep ourselves informed, updated about what's happening. But it's time to even check, evaluate, introspect about what's going on in the inner world. a world which we seldom pause to look and check. And sometimes we're not even aware of what's going on inside. And when we ignore any area of our life where it's neglected, it's not taken care of, then a situation sometimes wakes us up to the reality that I need to take care of this part of my life. Like for some of us, it happens for the health of our body. We're so busy in our life, taking care of our work, taking care of our family, and we don't take our time to walk, exercise, yoga, or we don't even take care of our diet. Whatever comes our way, we are eating it. And life is going on fine. So we don't really think that we need to do something. And then one day it's like one annual blood test, and we'll see certain things gone all out of range. And it's like, okay, when did all so many things go out of range here? And that's the day when we start to check and change our lifestyle. Why? So that all those values which had gone out of range have to come back in the range. They have to come back in the range. Similarly, there are values here: the value of love, the value of acceptance, compassion, calm, stability, cooperation, kindness, gratitude, so many values. But when we don't take care of this, these go out of range. And it shifts through stress, anxiety, irritation, anger, fear, worry, expectations, hurt, competition, criticism, so many things. And so the actual normal values, which means our original nature, we shift from it and we shift to an uncomfortable emotion. But what happens is, very soon we find most of the people around us in that range of uncomfortable emotions. And we find society by large saying that this is normal. So today is very important. The first thing is for us to know what is normal and what is in the range and what is out of the range. What is normal? For the last few decades, we've been calling stress normal. So it's like stress is normal, but we have to manage it. So we have so many topics like stress management, which means be ill, but manage your illness. Because we never thought there's any option of finishing it. So we said, okay, we learn to manage it. Anger management. Now, some of us said anger is necessary, anger is normal. Then worry. We found ourselves telling our family, I love you so much. That's why I worry for you. So worrying is normal. Competition. We were taught since the time we were kids, life is a competition. Life is a competition. So that became normal. So many uncomfortable emotions became labeled as normal. And because everybody around us was creating them, we said, of course, this is normal. If today you have to tell someone, I never get stressed, I never get angry, I don't worry, they will look at you like this and say, why? You're not normal. You don't get angry. You don't get stressed means you're not normal. So it's gone the other way around. So if you're not creating a negative, uncomfortable emotion, then you are not normal. So what is the reality is that these uncomfortable emotions are normal, and the happy feelings, the feeling of happiness, love, acceptance, we are saying, I want happiness, I want love, I want peace, I want respect, I want trust. But who am I? I am stressed, I'm disturbed, I'm worried, I'm upset, I'm hurt, I'm angry. So what is the list of I am and what is the list of I want? So all the healthy feelings I want, and all the uncomfortable emotions I am. What does this say? What does this say about our emotional health? That uncomfortable emotions I am, but the healthy feelings I want. So it's like saying disease I am, health I want. But because everybody is saying So we said it's normal. And we even taught our children, this is normal. Tomorrow is your exam, stress is normal. And as we were living our life like this, even before COVID, came COVID, and we said fear and anxiety is normal. Again, we said fear and anxiety is normal and allowed our mind to create that fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety for a few hours, for a few days, the human mind can handle. But fear and anxiety for over a year, it doesn't have the capacity to handle that. And then it's not just my fear and anxiety, it's fear and anxiety around me also. So the collective energy of the planet, the collective energy of the country, of the city, it's vibrating at fear and anxiety. So that also influences our mind. And therefore, this uncomfortable emotion suddenly starts increasing. And for some people, it even tips over to a mental health issue. So it doesn't remain as anxiety, it becomes an anxiety disorder. It doesn't remain just as pain or stress, it becomes a depression. But even after that happens, we say, oh, it's normal. Depression is normal. So today, one, let's create our definition of normal. And second, let's see simple lifestyle habits because it's very easy to shift to this healthy, normal emotions. But there are simple lifestyle habits we need to make that happen in a very, very natural way. One basic equation we need to create today is to check who is creating all my thoughts and feelings. When we say being calm in a crisis, where is the crisis? The crisis is outside. It may be a global crisis like COVID. It can be a crisis in the city. It can be a crisis in my office. It can be a crisis in my family. It can be a crisis in my individual life. But where's the crisis? The crisis is outside. It's in a situation. Being calm in a crisis, where is the calm going to be? Here. So what we are trying to say is the outer world is going to be crisis. The inner world is going to be calm. Please take 10 seconds and ask yourself, is this possible? Is this possible? Outer world will be crisis and inner world will be calm. Is this possible? You can type your answer on chat. Possible? Yes or no? Outer world crisis, inner world calm. Possible? Possible? Think. Outer world crisis, inner world calm. One very simple equation that we've grown up with. Now check your mind. How does it talk the whole day? And we'll see how it works. Whenever some situation happens which is not your way, it could have happened this morning. Something happened which was not your way. Or sometimes some person behaves in a certain manner which is not your way. That person can be your spouse, that person can be your parent, that person can be your child. That person can be your neighbor, that person can be your colleague, even if they're online. But they do something which is not your way. So whenever there is a situation or a person's behavior which is not your way, and you react, you can get angry, you can get irritated, you can get hurt. And if someone had to come and ask you that time, what happened? Why are you so disturbed? What is the answer the mind is going to say? The mind is going to say, it's because of them. It's because they did this. We even call people irritating. Say they are irritating people. They upset me. They hurt me. They disrespected me. They insulted me. Now just check this equation. We are saying this anger, this hurt that's getting created was created by them. They created my anger. They created my hurt. This situation created my stress. This situation created my worry. So what we are saying is this world outside creates my emotions inside. Yes? Is that true? The world outside creates my emotions inside. And that's why we keep saying, I'm hurt because of them. I'm upset because of them. I'm angry because of them. I'm worrying because of them. Even if something is good, then we say, I'm happy because of them. So it's not necessarily only negative emotions. They're happy emotions, it's because of them. I'm very happy because this happened, but I'm sad because this happened. So where is the control to what is happening inside? Everything seems to be controlled by what is going on outside. It's as if the world holds a remote control. Good situation, happy. Not good situation, sad. Nice behavior, happy. Not my way behavior from people, upset. So where is my own choice? Where is my freedom to feel what I want to feel? I seem to be just reacting to the quality of the world. And we said this is normal. If that is true, then being calm in a crisis is impossible. Impossible. Because there's a crisis outside. How can we create calm inside? They're opposite. It's opposite energy. Now, just look at the last time you got angry and let's see which equation is true. Look at the last time you got angry. See exactly what was the scene, what had happened, and see how you reacted. Bring it very clear here on your mind. What was the situation? What was my reaction? And now, if the same situation has to come tomorrow again, same identical situation is going to come tomorrow morning again. Let's ask ourselves a simple question. Tomorrow morning, same situation will come. Their mistake will be the same. Tomorrow morning, can I respond another way? Can I respond another way? Can I face that same situation another way? More calm, more stable, more in control, more respectful. Can I be another way to the same situation in which I got angry last time? Yes, possible. How many feel it's possible? Wave your hand. Possible to respond another way tomorrow to the same situation? Great. Simple. It's so simple. We've seen it every day. In fact, even after we get angry or we react, after a few minutes, we say, oh, I shouldn't have said it that way. I could have done another way. So within a few minutes, we know that our reaction was not correct and we could have done it another way. So what does this thing tell us? That I have the option of responding another way to that situation, which means the situation is not deciding my response. I am choosing my response. So the first equation we're going to set today, and everybody needs to note it down and everybody has to start using it because it's very important in the current time, but it's also important always. I am the creator of my every thought, feeling, word, behavior. I am the creator. I have to say this to myself many times in a day because deep belief system, it's because of the situation. It's not my fault. Whatever I'm feeling is because of the situation. So we are shifting from blaming the world for how we are feeling to taking personal responsibility. I am creating my thought and feeling. I created the anger, I created the hurt, I created the happiness, I create the love, I create the respect, I create the pain, I create the complaining, I create the gratitude. Situation cannot get inside me and create that. People can stand here, they can be wrong to me, they can speak badly to me, they can cheat me, but they cannot get into my mind and create my thoughts and feelings. They cannot. And we know this. And yet we kept saying, they hurt me, they hurt me, they hurt me. How can they hurt me? They can only cheat me. They can only lie to me. They can only hide things from me. But they cannot get into my mind and hurt me. But when they did what they did, how did I think about it? What did I say to myself about it? That's what creates the pain. Not their words. Their words create a pain inside them. They cannot create a pain inside us. But then when I start saying to myself, is this what I get in return for all that I have done for them? Is this the way they are going to behave with me now after all these years? I put everything aside and only prioritize them. This is what I'm going to get in return. This is what I start talking to myself about what they did. And when I talk such negative lines to myself, my mind starts crying. And when my mind starts crying, I say, they hurt me. I don't say I hurt myself because of what they said. I said they hurt me. And then I wait for them to change. And then I wait for them to apologize. And when they apologize and when they change, I say, okay, then I'm fine. Which means no power at all over our feelings, completely controlled and manipulated by the world. So today we shift. We shift. From today, from this moment, we are never going to say, I'm feeling like this because of. This line we will never say. When we say it's because of, we give the power away. It said because of you. We will say, I'm feeling like this because I created this feeling. Whether it's a good one, whether it's not a good one, doesn't matter. I created it. When I know I created it, it's very easy to change it. But change we will only do when I know I created it. So first line is, I am the creator of my every thought, feeling, word, behavior. So from this moment itself, if I create anger, irritation, pain, happiness, love, acceptance, doesn't matter what I create, I have to remember I created it. I created it. It's not about the situation, not about the people. So the first thing is, I am the creator. Second, I always need to remember which are the healthy feelings that need to be created and which are the unhealthy ones which I should not be creating. So there are two lists. Let's prepare two lists. The lists which are not healthy, they're actually an emotional disease. The world calls it normal, but it's actually an emotional disease. What's the word disease? Dis-ease. Disease is simple. It's dis-ease. Now I'm in my mind right now, very calm, very comfortable, at ease. Someone walks into my room and says something, and I react. I shifted from my ease and it became dis-ease. It's dis-ease. So when I get irritated, when I get angry, I shift from my position of ease. Suddenly I create a thought, what will happen next year? It's a thought of worry. I shift from my position of ease. When I say, oh, they are better than me, I don't feel good, I shift from my position of ease. All these emotions are dis-ease, and we went and called them normal. So now let's prepare a list of all the emotional disease and all the healthy emotions, so that we know we're not going to be here, we're going to be this side, this side. So stress is an emotional disease. Calm and stability is health. And it's not only the mind which is healthy that time, even the body feels healthy. When we are stressed, the body is not comfortable. Our pulse rate, acidity, nausea, headache, sweating arms, drying up mouth. What is all this? How can this be normal? But when we are calm and peaceful, pulse rate changes, blood pressure changes, everything starts changing. So we know which is healthy. So stress is a disease, calm and stability is health. Anger is a disease, compassion is health. Understanding people, being respectful and dignified in our communication, this is health. Worry is a disease, care is health. Take care of your family. Create good, positive thoughts for them. Create blessings for them in your mind. But if you say, what will happen? How will it happen? Will they be able to do it? They're not working hard enough. My child is not studying hard. This is worry, is negative thoughts. Negative thoughts. So worry is a disease, care is health. Criticism, disease. Appreciation and motivation, health. Complaining, this is not right, that is not right, disease. Gratitude, health. Gratitude for everything around me, everything I have, everything is perfect. Gratitude. You will start feeling very healthy in the mind and the body both. So gratitude is health. Expectations, wanting people to be my way and then creating pain when they are not my way and then blaming them for that pain, disease. Acceptance, I understand people are going to be different from me. I communicate what I like, but I cannot expect them to be my way. Comparison, disease. Self-respect, health. Health. Fear, disease. Faith and confidence, health. So long line. Let's keep on adding to the list as we see our feelings throughout the day. But now very clear, this one is a disease and this one is health. I am the creator of my feelings. So life is very simple. I have to create feelings from this list. If I keep creating feelings from this list, this inner power will keep increasing. I will never ever go towards a mental health issue. Never ever. It's impossible. You will not. If I keep taking care that I'm using these healthy feelings and emotions in how I am responding. And this is very important right now. Many of us are tipping towards a depression and there was nothing wrong in our life. How did this suddenly happen? My life was fine. I had not taken care of this inner power. Battery was getting depleted. And then some situation, some vitamin deficiency, something, and I will tip over to her. And then I have to take medication. Let's take care of this so that I never have to ever do that. And most important, I can also take care of the rest of my family and my colleagues. So I am the creator. I know the tool list, which is healthy, which is not. And now I'm going to start creating from this list. Now, third, but how to create? But how to create? Because in spite of knowing calm and stability is normal, I get angry. In spite of knowing acceptance is normal, I have expectations and then I create pain. So, how to create this normal one? So, that's the third step. Simple lifestyle changes. Simple lifestyle changes will create a shift in our thought processes. So, we need to take care of those lifestyle changes. There's one very important formula. It's called thoughts manifest. In Hindi, it is very powerful. It's Sankalp se Siddhi. Sankalp means thoughts, and Siddhi means manifestation. Thoughts manifest. Thoughts become a reality. Not every thought will become a reality, but if there's any thought which I say repeatedly, which means I say it very often, I say it very often in my mind or in my words, it will become a reality. It could be a positive one, it could be a negative one. It will become a reality because I reaffirm that line often. So these are called affirmations. Affirmation means anything that I say often. I'm affirming it, I'm saying it often. Like, I am stressed. This is a very common affirmation. I am stressed, you are stressed, we are stressed. Little children, Mom, I am stressed. They don't even know the meaning of stress, but they will say, I am stressed because it was picked up from somewhere. Nowadays, some of us say, I'm depressed today. I am busy. Ask yourself, how many of you all use this affirmation? I am very busy. I don't have time. It's our most favorite affirmation. We don't even hear the other person probably say, I'm very busy, I don't have time. Lack of time is an affirmation. The more I will find myself saying this, I'm busy, I don't have time, I'm actually saying that this energy called time and me don't get along with each other. I don't have time. See what it means? It means I don't have time. It's like someone saying, I don't have money. Even though they have it, say, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. They're creating an attitude of lack towards wealth in their life. When we create an attitude of lack towards it, then lack is what we start creating. So similarly, if we create an attitude of lack towards time, then lack is what will start happening in our life. So now what we're going to do is we're going to consciously create some positive affirmations, pure affirmations, powerful affirmations. Why? Because my every thought is either going to increase this inner power or it's going to deplete this inner power. So let's visualize the soul like a battery here. So see your battery. Now on the phone, it's very easy to see 4 lines is fully charged. 1 line, that means it's almost going to get discharged. So we know when to connect to the charger. But here we can't see the lines. So we don't know when to connect to the powerhouse. But today we have to check which thought will charge this battery, which thought will discharge this battery. So if I say, I am busy, I don't have time. I'm stressed, I'm tired, I'm irritated. Please remember, these will all discharge this battery. This is very difficult. I cannot do it. This is impossible. It cannot happen. All these lines are going to discharge this battery. Now, what is going to charge this battery? I'm happy. I'm easy. I have a lot of time. I have more time than I need. I am powerful. I am the creator of my life. Life is going beautiful. Everything is perfect. See the energy of the lines. See the energy of the lines. So when we change the energy of the line, we're going to change how we're going to start feeling. Even the body will change how it's going to start feeling. And even those vibrations reach to people, our relationships will start changing depending on what we are creating inside. But then our mind says, but life is not perfect. So why should I say it's perfect? But I don't have time. Why should I say that I have time? Because the equation is sankalp se siddhi, thoughts manifest. So whatever I'm going to think and repeat it often, it's going to become a reality. So now you keep this equation before you and think very carefully, because tell yourself, oh, this will become a reality. So then quickly stop and change your thought. It's like teaching a child a language. I'm sure all of you all have taught your children a language. A child at the age of 3 or 4, they learn 2, 3 languages. How do they learn it? Parents teach them, teachers teach them. A young little kid is able to learn the complete language. Today, we need to learn a language. And that language is the language of using high energy words in our vocabulary, not using negative words in our vocabulary. Even if the situation is tough, our language has to be high energy words, because my words become my world. My thoughts manifest, they become a reality. What we are doing today is, this is the reality, and so I'm creating this thought. The equation is not reality create our thoughts. The equation is thoughts create our reality. Be very careful. The equation is not the situation creates our thoughts. The equation is thoughts create our situations. So now, let's select a few affirmations. See the vocabulary of the affirmation, and then you can write any affirmation for yourself. In fact, you can write for people around you also. It's very important. Simple vocabulary of the affirmation is, whatever you want to see happening in your future, and future doesn't mean years later. Future means a few days later. Whatever you want to see in your reality, in your destiny, we're going to create a thought. It already is. It already is. Simple. I want to be happy always, but I'm stressed right now. So I'm stressed right now, but 20 days later, I want to be happy. I want to shift from this stress to happiness. So I have to change the line, I am stressed. I have to change it to, I am happy always. I'm very stressed right now, but I will have to say, I am happy always. I'm going to say, I'm happy always, because thoughts become a reality. But suppose today I say, I'm very stressed. I'm already stressed. And then I keep saying, I'm very stressed. I'm very stressed. I'm very worried. I'm very scared what's going to happen. Then that stress and worry is only going to increase. So now we're going to actually, it's like telling a lie for a few days. We're going to say those things which are not true right now, because that's the equation. What we say becomes the truth. So simple affirmations. First, I am a powerful being. I am a powerful being. What's a powerful being? Doesn't get controlled by situations and people, chooses their response. Powerful. Situations don't overpower me. I am powerful. So first one is, I am a powerful being. Second, I am calm and stable always. Not I am stressed. That is over now. We're never going to say it again. I am calm and stable always. Third, I am fearless. The world is saying fear is normal. We change it. We say, I am fearless. Fear is not good for the mind. Fear is not even good for the immunity of the body. So it's not good for the emotional immunity. It's not even good for the physical immunity. So I am fearless. Fourth, very important affirmation. I am a giver. I am a giver. Be a giver in your energies. Today we are like this. I want love. I want happiness. I want peace. I want trust. I want appreciation. Always like this, want. If I am like this in this line, want, I'll always be in the want side. Just say every day, I don't want anything from anyone. I don't want anything from anyone. I give. I give love. I give respect. I give trust. I give appreciation. I give gratitude. I give. I am a giver. Giver will be a high emotional immunity. Giver will be a high emotional immunity. Giver will be a battery charged. So fourth affirmation is, I am a giver. Fifth, let's create an affirmation for our relationships. These four were for ourselves. I'm a powerful being. I'm calm and stable. I am fearless. I'm a giver. Now, right now itself, you can add anything more that you want to manifest in terms of your personality, your nature. Simple thing like, if someone gets worried very often, we put an affirmation there. I care for everyone. Full stop. That means I'm removing the word worry and replacing it with care. I care for everyone. Suppose someone feels that I'm not punctual. I don't reach places on time. I always seem to be late. So we put an affirmation. I'm punctual. I'm always there before time. I'm always there before time. Suppose I feel that I get hurt very easily when someone says something or someone does something. I get upset. I get hurt very easily. So we put an affirmation. I understand people. I accept people. I radiate blessings to them. So we're changing. We're not consuming their negative, we're radiating positive to them. I understand and accept people, I radiate blessings to them. So whichever personality trait you want to change, you can put an affirmation for that. And otherwise, these are normal. I'm powerful, I'm fearless, I'm calm and stable, I'm a giver, I'm happy always. So these are the very, very common ones. And of course, I am easy and I have more time than I need. I am easy and I have more time than I need. Never create a thought of lack in time, or even lack in wealth, or lack in resources. Abundance is my reality. Abundance is my reality. Abundance, money, abundance, resources, abundance, time. Then an affirmation for relationships. I accept people as they are. People accept me. Very, very important to have this affirmation. I accept people as they are. People accept me. Deep rooted belief system of expectations is the cause of all our hurt and anger and anxiety. Expectations, acceptance. I accept people as they are. People accept me. My every relationship stands on respect and trust. Every relationship, whether it's home, whether it's work, my every relationship stands on respect and trust. In case anyone wants to forgive somebody or release something that we're holding on to on our mind, then we write one more affirmation. Past is past, it's over. Past is past, it's over. I forgive them. We just have to say it. Don't do anything else. We'll say like, no, but I don't forgive. Don't do anything. Just write down what we have to say. Past is past. It's over. I forgive them. I release. I let go. I release. I let go. Past, that's all. One line. Past is past. It's over. I forgive. I release. I let go. If we say the opposite, I can never forgive them. And I can definitely never forget what happened. Then destiny means I will never forgive and never forget. It's all about what instruction I give to my mind. Then we'll do an affirmation for our body. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. Not what if I get COVID? What if this happens? What if we get, we'll heal ourselves. But why should we create a thought that what if I get it? We don't think about it that way. So my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. If we have any ailment, we put a specific affirmation for that. In case somebody has higher sugar levels, they say my blood sugar level is normal. And you can even put a figure there. You can even put a figure there. My blood pressure is normal. Put a figure for yourself if you have an ailment. Otherwise, normal, general, my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Very, very important to do this every day. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Visualize yourself enveloped by divine white light. It's like a cocoon. We're safe inside that. Just an energy circle. It's like how we have a PPE kit for COVID protection. So this is divine kit for vibration protection. That protects us from the virus. This protects us from the vibration. So God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Draw this around your family every day in your mind. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around my family. We are all safe and secure. If you see the vocabulary, every word, every line is different, opposite of what we normally say. What if this happens? What if we're all safe? We are secure. Then create a circle of protection around your work. Work is also going through some uncertainty on and off. So create a circle of protection. God's power and blessings, a circle of protection around my work. My work is safe. Put an affirmation for your achievement. I have already achieved, fill in the blank. This is going to be a personal one, different for everybody. I've already achieved, fill in the blank. What you want to achieve, you're going to write, I've already achieved that. Success is certain for me. Success is certain for me. Abundance is my reality. So that means we have abundance of everything we want. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. It's simple. Now, anything else we want to create in our reality, we put one more affirmation. But overall, we should have about 8 to 10 affirmations on a daily basis. We're going to use the same set of affirmations for the next 1 month at least. We don't keep changing them every day. They have to be one set. It's like a coding we're going to do. It takes a few days. So generic, I'm a powerful being. I'm calm and stable always. I'm fearless. I'm a giver. I accept people. People accept me. My relationships stand on trust and respect. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. God's divine circle of protection around me, around my family, we're safe and secure. Around my work is safe. I have already achieved, fill in the blank. Success is certain for me. And last, my life is beautiful. My life is perfect. Thank you to the divine for that. So now we have about 10 affirmations. So what is this affirmation? It's going to change the coding of our mind. It's going to change the coding of our mind, which means here our thought process is going to start changing. Visualize that you have a blue color circle on a sheet of paper or a gray color circle on a sheet of paper. Now you're not allowed to delete that, erase that, but you don't want that blue color circle. You want a white color circle. So what do? We draw 5 white color circles over that blue color circle. We just have to overwrite the blue color circle by many 5 white color circles. After 5 circles, we will not be able to see the blue color circle. Same in the mind. I am stressed. And then I tell myself, but I don't want to think like this. I don't want to think like this. But the thought doesn't go away. They hurt me. They cheated me. I said, I don't want to think. But the thought doesn't go away. So we can't remove that blue circle. What we have to do is we have to overwrite 5 white circles. I'm happy. I'm powerful. I accept them. The mind will say, no, I cannot do it. Okay, I'm happy. I'm powerful. We're going to draw those white circles. So this is a coding of the mind. Coding of the mind. Now, how to use these affirmations? So these are our affirmations. Now, how to use these affirmations during the day to change the coding of the mind? First, very, very important time is before we go to sleep. Just before we go to sleep. The thought that we create just before we go to sleep and the thought we create just when we wake up is nothing less than a miracle. It's nothing less than a miracle because the thought goes into the subconscious at these 2 times. So that these times the subconscious is open. And so be very careful. Just before you sleep or just when you wake up, never create a negative thought. Negative means never create a thought which you don't want should become your reality. Create only that thought, even if you feel it's impossible. Create that thought which you want should happen just before you sleep and just when you wake up. But the vocabulary will have to be, it's already happened. I am happy, not I want to be happy. So, very good sleep and deep sleep is needed to be able to energize the mind and build the emotional immunity system. Someone says, how to reduce overthinking? Overthinking is only because this inner power is weak. When we will nourish it with this lifestyle, the soul will get strengthened, overthinking will automatically go away. So now we need very, very good deep sleep to be able to energize the mind here. Simple thing, first set your sleep cycle, sleep early. A good sleep cycle builds up emotional and physical immunity. Early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, wise. We all grew up hearing that. We were living that also. Somewhere down the line, we changed that and we started sleeping late. So we have to go back to that. Go back to that lifestyle which we used to lead. It's not history, it's the lifestyle which we used to lead. And we know that we were not talking diseases and we were not talking depressions and cancers that time like we're talking today. And so we just have to go back to that lifestyle. So early to bed, the best time, the highest energizing time, 10 to 2. 10 to 2, we should be asleep. We should be asleep. But if I sleep at 12, I lose out on 2 hours. I lose out on 2 hours. So 10 to 2, we should be asleep. That doesn't mean we are waking up at 2. It just means 10 to 2, we should be asleep. Then we can wake up at 4, 5, whatever comes natural to you. But 10 to 2, we should be asleep. And we should have deep sleep. Check whether you experience deep sleep. Simple ways to check. Are you able to wake up on your own without an alarm in the morning? You don't need an alarm to wake up. Second, once the alarm goes off, you don't feel like sleeping anymore. You don't want 10 minutes more rest after sleeping for 6, 7 hours. Third, when you get out of bed, you're very fresh and energetic, not pulling yourself out of bed. And fourth, whenever you have nothing to do and you not have a phone to engage yourself, do you fall off to sleep? Which means if you're on a flight, if you're in the train, in the car, any time of the day, are you able to fall off to sleep? That means we are sleep deprived. That means we are sleep deprived. Often we see early morning flights. Early morning doesn't mean 5, 6, but 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Even at that time in the morning, people are going to sleep on a flight. Ever we think, how can someone sleep at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning when they've just woken up after a good sleep? It means we're sleep deprived. But why are we sleep deprived? We're sleeping enough. We're not sleeping right. Why are we not sleeping right? Lifestyle. So now simple lifestyle habits. 10 o'clock, go to sleep. For that, we need to first have an early dinner and a lighter dinner. During my sleep, two things can happen. Either digestion or healing. Healing of every organ of the body, healing of every cell of the body, healing of the mind, all wear and tear, all aches and pains. Everything has to be healed. But food to digest takes about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. If I eat a late dinner and I eat a very heavy dinner, then the next 3 hours in my sleep is only digestion that is happening. So if this body machine was only using it for digestion, then I get lesser time for healing. And that's the reason of a lot of causes of disease. Late dinner, heavy dinner. So the aim should be 3 hours before I sleep, I should finish my dinner, so that my digestion is finished before I go to sleep. That will give us good sleep. And lighter dinner. It gets digested very easily. So one is dinner. So that is for the body. Second is for the mind. To sleep at 10, at least by 8 o'clock, disconnect from work communication. Disconnect from work communication, which means work emails, work phone calls, work messages. It's not supposed to go on till 10 o'clock in the night here. This is one prime reason why this mind is tired and fatigued. Till we go to sleep, we are checking emails, we're checking messages, we're checking all this, and then we go to sleep. So the body sleeps after that. The mind, we give them so much work and then we go to sleep. So disconnect from work communication by 8 o'clock. By 8:39, disconnect from every other media, which means movies, TV serials, digital platforms, social media. Why? Because the content that we consume is actually the emotional diet. Just a minute. The content that we consume is our emotional diet. So simple. What we watch, what we read, what we listen is who we become. Note this down. What we watch, what we read, what we listen is who we become. It's our emotional diet. Very, very important for the entire family, especially for the children. What we watch, what we read, what we listen is who we become. Now, the quality of the movies we watch, the quality of the serials we watch, the quality of the songs we listen to, the quality of social media handles, everything is affecting our thoughts and feelings. So at least not before we go to sleep. Not before we go to sleep. Because then during my sleep, that content is going to get processed here. That content will keep getting processed here during my sleep. So at least by 9, I need to disconnect from content consumption. Disconnect from content consumption. Now, 20 minutes before sleeping should be my time to experience deep sleep. 5 minutes every day to write a daily journal. You can call it a daily journal, you can call it a daily chart, you can call it a letter to God. It'd be very beautiful to write a letter to God just before going to sleep. Just 5 minutes letter to God. What do we write in that? We share about what happened during the day. But we don't share about this happened, that happened, they did this. We check how we responded to what happened. We check of how we responded to what happened. And if there was any uncomfortable response to what happened, we release that emotion before we go to sleep. Suppose I created a thought of jealousy for somebody. I need to write it out before I sleep and take it out of my system. If I criticize somebody today during the day, I need to write it out and not write out that I criticized them. Change that thought and write it out. So suppose I said, they are no good, they cannot do anything, it's no use working with them. Now, before going to sleep, I have to change it to, they have lots of good qualities. Lots of good qualities. The way they are able to do this, no one else is able to do this. I enjoy working with them. I'm changing my coding before I go to sleep. I'm changing my coding before I go to sleep. Suppose I created a thought in the day. How is it that they got all the good things? I was the one who worked hard. I change. Nobody gets anything without their efforts. Karma and destiny go hand in hand. So they've put in some efforts because of which they've got their results. I will also work very hard and I will also get my result. Changing the coding. If I was angry with anyone during the day, I need to write out an apology to them. I'm sorry before I go to sleep. I need to forgive people who were not right to me before I go to sleep. If we forgive people on the same night that something happened, we will never have this problem of forgiving and forgetting in life because we would release it that night itself. We need to clean the mind before we go to sleep. Very, very important. Clean the mind before we go to sleep. So 5 minutes of a letter to God, writing out, or a daily chart or a journal. Then 10 minutes of a healthy emotional diet. 10 minutes of a healthy emotional diet. This is where spiritual study is very important. Spiritual content is very important. 10 minutes of a healthy emotional diet, which means a spiritual study session, a positive self-transformational book, a positive video or audio. 10 minutes of that content needs to go in of purity, divinity, compassion, acceptance. If I consume that kind of content just before I go to sleep, then during my 6-7 hours of sleep, that pure, powerful, divine content will go through my mind and body both. That's the energy that will flow through my system. That will become a part of my personality. So at least 10 to 15 minutes of a very healthy emotional diet before we sleep. Now, last 2 minutes, just before we go to sleep, we say those affirmations. Ideally, we actually meditate before we go to sleep, but that's still we learn our meditation, which we will learn very soon. But tonight, before we go to sleep, we will say these affirmations very gently, slowly. I'm a powerful being. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm a giver. Just say it gently before you go to sleep. And visualize that your subconscious is open. Every thought is going into your system. I'm powerful. I'm happy. I'm healthy. So 20 minutes before we sleep, daily journal, 10 to 12 minutes of healthy emotional diet, and saying our affirmations before we go to sleep. Close your eyes, lie down, keep saying the affirmation, and your mind will go off to sleep very soon. Now, when we sleep on such a pure, powerful, positive note, then we very easily go into the delta stage of sleep. Very soon. No dreams, nothing. Deep sleep, delta stage. And because we've slept right, we will wake up on our own, fresh, energetic, vibrant, early morning. Early morning. Within a few days, you will find yourself waking up between 4 and 5, that time which the world calls the 5 a.m. leadership club. They say all successful people should wake up before 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. leadership club. It's actually is the highest vibrational time is between 4 and 5 a.m. It's called Brahma Muhurat. It's called Amrit Vela. Brahma Muhurat means the highest vibrational time. Amrit Vela means time which is like nectar. So we will automatically wake up at that time. Now, the first thing that we wake up, we keep 1 hour without phones and TV. 1 hour. Don't without 1 hour without phones and TV means don't consume any content of the world in the first 1 hour. Emails, messages, social media, the world news, not in the first hour of the morning. The first hour, this blotting paper is absolutely clean. Whatever we will put, it will absorb. It will absorb. So very careful. First thing in the morning when we wake up, gratitude. Gratitude. First thought of gratitude to God. Second thought of gratitude to my mind and body. Third thought of gratitude to all the people in my life. Fourth thought of gratitude to my work. And fifth thought of gratitude to nature. Nature. So 5 thoughts of gratitude to the supreme power, to my mind and body, to people, to work, and to nature. After that, we will repeat those affirmations till we learn meditation. Once we learn meditation, early morning, we spend at least 15 to 20 minutes in meditation. But till then, for the next couple of days, it's affirmations first thing in the morning, because saying those affirmations and visualizing them is actually the first step of meditation, the first step to do that. So, morning gratitude, affirmations, now at least 20 minutes to begin with. Gradually, we increase that, but at least 20 minutes a positive emotional diet first thing in the morning. Content, spiritual divine content, at least 20 minutes. You are absorbing this blotting paper of the mind with the highest vibrational divine content first thing in the morning. Now, it will become very easy during the day to create pure, powerful thoughts, because as will be our diet, so will be our health. So 20 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the night, affirmation just before going to sleep, affirmation first thing in the morning. The mind starts getting taken care of. The emotional immunity system starts building up. This battery starts charging. Now situations will come during the day. I am the creator of my thoughts and feelings, and I will start responding from the healthy feelings. One last thing which affects our mind, our emotions, our immunity is the food we eat. The food we eat. Experiment with a plant-based diet. Experiment. This is an experiment that needs to be done. An animal-based diet has vibrations of pain. It has vibrations of pain. It has vibrations of anger, hurt, fear, helplessness, pain, then violence, then death. Why would we consume food which has vibrations of death? Death can never give health. It can give proteins and vitamin B12, D3, but it cannot give health. So let's experiment with a plant-based diet. Within a few days, you will see a difference in the mind and in the body both. One, a plant-based diet is more alkaline. An animal-based diet is acidic. Acidic is not good for the immunity system. Acidic over a period of time starts creating toxins in the body. Alkaline food keeps our body detoxed, keeps the immunity system good. So COVID will just be around you. It won't enter into an alkaline environment. And if it enters, it comes and it goes. It can't do anything much because the environment is not friendly for that virus or any virus or bacteria. So keep your body alkaline, plant-based diet. Now, one is what to eat, plant-based diet. Second, how to cook. As far as possible, eat home-cooked food. Home-cooked food. Food that we buy was cooked for profit. It was cooked with the intention and energy of money inside it. Not the best of energy for us to eat. Second, we don't know who's cooked it. The person who is cooking for us, their state of mind influences the food, and the food influences our state of mind. So if someone cooks for you who's worried, you're not just eating the food, you're consuming their vibrations of worry through the food. So the one who cooks for us, we automatically get connected to their state of mind because their mind goes into the food, and from the food it comes to our mind. So it's like absorbing emotional infection. It's absorbing emotional infection. You eat, someone has been angry, eat, you will absorb anger. Someone's very happy, you eat, you absorb happiness. Someone is divine and you eat, you will absorb divinity. So it's an emotional absorption from what we're eating. So eat home cooked food. We don't know who's cooking, and not food that's cooked for business, for profit. Food that's cooked for love. Food that's cooked with blessings. That's home cooked food. Then that home cooked food also, we need to energize it. So while cooking the food, have high energy words playing in the kitchen. Have high energy words playing in the kitchen, which means prayers, hymns, spiritual songs, mantras, chanting, high energy words. That's why at the Brahma Kumaris, we have a large collection of spiritual songs. Spiritual songs, songs which have been written and sung in the remembrance of the divine. So every word of that is a high energy word. So you can collect that from the center and you can play that in the kitchen. Or a positive talk, any high energy words should be there in the kitchen. So the water will absorb it, the fruits, the vegetables, pulses, everything will get energized with those high energy words. So what we are eating, how we are cooking it. Third, how we are eating it. Never have TVs and phones on while eating. So basically no screen while eating. Distracted eating is not healthy for the mind and the body. Mindful eating practice. Mindful eating practice. And just before we start eating, 5-second pause, connect to the divine, and say your affirmation into the food. Say your affirmation into the food, because whatever the food will absorb, we are what we eat. We are what we eat. It's not just nutrients, it's also vibrations. So if I just put into my food, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm fearless, God's divine circle of protection is around me, my body is healthy, it takes only 5 seconds. But if I put that into my food, then that becomes my natural way of thinking in a few days. One step further, put it into your every glass of water. We all know, right? Water absorbs emotions. Water absorbs emotions. The water crystal also gets affected. So why not to change the energy of the water? What's the energy of the city right now? Fear and anxiety. That's the energy of the water. Even if you open a mineral water bottle and you say, okay, this is clean water, clean physically, vibrationally, not clean. It's absorbed the vibration of the city. It's absorbed the vibration of the shop where the bottle was lying. That's not. 5-second pause. I'm divine, I'm powerful, I'm pure, I'm happy, I'm healthy. Energy of the water has changed. Energy, this 5-second is very, very powerful. Very powerful. 5-second before your meal, 5-second pause before your glass of water, 5-second pause if you drink tea or coffee. But this 5-second pause is extremely important. So then how many times did we say our affirmations during the day? Morning, night before going to sleep, 3 times before every meal, and about 5-6 times before every glass of water. So we've said it about 12 times in a day. If we say our affirmations 12 times in a day like this, within 15 to 20 days, it's not going to take months. Within 15 to 20 days, you will start seeing a shift. You will start seeing a shift in how you are feeling. Within 2 months, you will see those thoughts becoming your natural way of being. But along with that, content restriction. Don't consume negative content from media, social media. 20 minutes of spiritual content in the morning, 10 minutes before going to sleep, and taking care of how we are responding during the day. This is basically a meditative lifestyle. This is a lifestyle that we learned at the Brahma Kumaris. This is a lifestyle where millions of us, staying in different countries, working, looking after families, we're leading this lifestyle. This simple lifestyle. The rest of the day, we're looking after family, working, everything. But this lifestyle has started to create a shift here. It started to create a shift here. And we firmly believe and we have experienced that being calm in a crisis is very easy. It only means if there's an infection and we are fine. It's very easy because we were building up the emotional immunity system with these healthy lifestyle principles by thinking and speaking the high vibrational words. So when you come to the center and you learn the meditation, you also learn this lifestyle. So meditation is not about a few minutes. Meditation is a way of being. It's a lifestyle. So we can also, because right now some of us are not comfortable coming to the center, so we can also do the meditation course online. So one is best is to come to the center and do the meditation course. But a second option, if we are not comfortable coming to the center right now because of the situation, then we do the meditation course online. And just a few days, an hour every day, and we will do the meditation course online, learn that meditation principles, learn how to connect to the divine, learn how to connect to the divine, learn how to connect to our own qualities and strengths, understand the significance of time, and we will become masters of our life, masters of our life, living at a higher vibrational energy. Thank you so much. Om Shanti. We can take any questions you have, and then we will do meditation before we end.
Thank you so much, sister. I think
Thank
that was
you.
so beautifully put, from the morning routine to what we should do before we go to sleep. That was so well said. A practice of so many different affirmations to have throughout the day. We have a few questions. First of which was that many said that because it's online, work from home, and everything is online now, so they have to work in different time zones. So sometimes it's not possible to sleep at 10 because people are working from other countries. There's a difference in time. So what should they do? Because then they would have to sleep late. Then what can they do?
Yeah, you could be sleeping late. Sometimes some of us are even working during the night, if we are with the different country we're working, and you may be sleeping early morning. Never mind. But please keep that 15 minutes for yourself before going to sleep. Because you've just been at work, it's all on your mind, everything that you spoke, you did. If you just go to sleep with that, then you're sleeping with a lot of noise in your mind. You're sleeping with a lot of clutter in your mind. So those who sleep at a time which is different than what everybody else is sleeping need to take care even more, because you're sleeping at a time where everyone else is awake. So their vibrations are all there around you. So 15 minutes, 5 minutes daily journal, cleaning our emotions, writing it out, 10 minutes consuming something very pure and divine, and then 2 minutes say your affirmations before you go to sleep. So don't just fall off to sleep. Take that 15-20 minutes to work on yourself, clean the mind, silence the mind, so that you go into the delta deep sleep very soon. And during your sleep, these pure high vibrational words of the divine are going on energizing your mind and your body, because this is healing of the mind and the body that's happening then.
Yes, sister. many were also asking that the situation is such right now here that the neighbors or our colleagues have been infected with COVID-19. But sometimes what happens is that they don't follow the protocol, or they don't stay in isolation or take precautions. And this creates stress and anger amongst us, because we're in a helpless situation. We don't know what to do. So what do we do in this kind of situation? Because sometimes then we start feeling low and feel that our health is deteriorating, shivery feeling and nervousness of what will happen to me, the feeling of death and all these thoughts.
Most important thing we need to remember, like we've all been hearing it and we've experimented and we've seen it, we have to learn to live with this COVID around us. That's what everybody is saying. So what does it mean? It's going to be somewhere around us. We wouldn't even know who has it, right? Sometimes even the other person doesn't know that they have it because they're asymptomatic. But what do I have to do? I need to protect myself. And which means protect not just the body, but also protect the mind. Now, if someone else is not taking care and not following the protocol, obviously it's not the right thing to do. But if I get scared and if I get angry, then I'm depleting my immunity system. So even if someone else is not taking care, then I have to take extra care. That no, I will protect myself. I will keep the distance. I will wear the mask. That's physical, but I will build up my emotional immunity system with these lifestyle practices, with the daily meditation and the spiritual study. Then we need to remember COVID is just a virus outside. It's a virus outside. One, if we protect ourselves, we might never get exposed to it. Second, if it does enter into our system, then our immunity system of the mind and the body is strong enough to finish it off. To finish it off. But if we panic, what I have seen in the last few months, especially in India, not last few months, in the months of April, May, when it was the second wave, and it was really tough for the country. I'm sure all of you know about it also because you all have family here. But it's all because of the figures, because of the population of the country. But when we hear from the doctors, it's very simple. 98% of the people of the population of the country were fine. 1% people who got it were hospitalized. 99%, they were treated at home. All that they needed was a little isolation for a few days. So we need to understand that. Logically also, we need to understand it. That COVID is like any other virus. I have to see the first symptom. And if it does happen, only thing I have to do is isolate myself, take care during those few days of isolation, protect my mind and body, and I'm going to be fine very soon. But for that, if I create stress and anxiety, but what will happen? This will happen, that will, I might manifest something in my mind and body which will be way above COVID. So we need to understand that it will never come into my system. If it comes, I have the power to fight it. But if I create fear and anxiety and stress on a daily basis, I might create something else in my body. So I need to just understand COVID, build healthy lifestyle habits. And that's why healthy lifestyle for the mind and for the body. That's why a plant-based diet. That's why an alkaline body. That's why meditation. So if it comes, it just comes and it goes away. But I don't need to create fear and panic, because then I might create something else which I don't want to do.
Right, sister. I'll just ask one last question. So we're getting many, but I'll try to summarize this. There's a question from many parents that say that it says, my child disrespects, disobeys, and uses bad words with me constantly. It's an everyday thing. They have a cold attitude and don't regret it, but expect to receive love. And it's difficult. And when it's denied, it becomes worse. And this pattern keeps repeating. And because I'm seeing this every day, it's so hard for me to clean this off my slate. And
Right.
How do we break this cycle and be there for our loved ones for good?
Right. Now, when a child is born, there are two health. One is physical health, the other is emotional health. If the parent has taken care of their physical health, especially the health of the mother during those 9 months, It's an important factor on creating the health of the baby in the womb of the mother, right? So this we all know. So we take very good care of our physical health. But do we take care of our emotional health during those 9 months? That's a very important factor. Now, it is our generation, which means this last 20 to 25 years, who has suddenly got all these technology toys and flooded with content and media. And so, even during those 9 months, and also during the next 2, 3 years, as the child is growing, we are leading a normal lifestyle, sleeping late, consuming content before going to sleep, getting irritated, getting angry, jealousy, office work, all these things. We were not protecting our mind during those 9 months or the first 2, 3 years. So all our emotions as a parent have also radiated to the child first in the womb of the mother and then as the baby was growing. Prenatal and perinatal psychology. In Hindi, a very powerful word, Garab Sanskar. Garab Sanskar means personality traits which the child gets in the womb of the mother. It's power, it's immense power. Now, because the parents, not just the mother, but both the parents, were leading their so called normal lifestyle, they did not take care of what they were watching, reading, listening, eating, drinking during that time. So, all that vibration has affected the soul in the womb of the mother and created that as the emotional health. Now, as the child is growing up, instead of that emotional health getting healed, it is exposed to more of the world content from media, social media. Now we have little children using all these digital platforms and social media platforms, consuming content. So just visualize, what is the quality of their emotional health? What is the quality of their emotional health? If they watch ego, lust, greed, jealousy, criticism, hurt, violence, that's who we become, which means emotional health depleted. If emotional health depleted, when something is not going to be my way, I will react. And I will use words and vocabulary which I have consumed, which I have consumed. In an era when we did not have content and children went to school and they came back and they were speaking another word or a line, so parents will say, who is your friend? From where did you learn this line? This is not the way we speak, because the child would pick up something from their friends. Now we don't need friends to pick up something. We have those friends in our hand throughout the day. So everything that we are watching, listening, it's becoming our vocabulary in our mind and in our words. Now, you can't suddenly change your child like this, and you suddenly can't say, don't do this, don't do that. The only way is for the parent to create the change. But what we have seen in so many families, when the parent starts experimenting and starts living a spiritual lifestyle, pure content, morning meditation, plant-based food, high energy words during cooking, before eating. When a parent starts creating this change, doesn't say anything to the child much, but when the parent starts creating this change, that same thing starts getting reflected in the child, because our vibrations radiate to the children. Even a simple thing like energize the food for your children every day in the kitchen, you will see a change in them. You put a vibration into their food before you serve them the meal. Powerful soul, happy soul, respectful soul, loveful soul. We both have a beautiful relationship. Now give that lunch or dinner and do it every single day, and you're going to see things changing. So, like we prioritize physical health, we also need to prioritize emotional health. Don't blame them. They are growing up in a very different era. They're growing up in a very different era. If we blame them, it'll only get tougher. Let's nurture them instead. Nurture them with our vibrations by creating the change in ourselves, changing the energy of the house, and thereby emotionally strengthening the children.
Beautiful, sister. That answered most of the other questions. We're still receiving many more questions, but due to time constraints, we'll proceed to the guided meditation. If you have any further questions and would like to learn the meditation, as DDG mentioned, it's free of charge, and please refer to the numbers displayed on the screen. This is for Hindi and English speaking audience. So if you have any further questions and would like to learn meditation, you can please contact the numbers and send in your details.
Yeah, so the online course starts every Monday, right, Prajwal?
Yes.
Every Monday? Yeah, so morning 10 a.m., evening 5 p.m., Hindi and English both.
Hindi and English both.
Good, so simple. We just take a picture of this. And this is online, right?
This will be online.
This will be online, yeah. And how many days is it?
It
7
would
days.
be, yes.
7 days, right? 7 days. So nothing can get simpler than this, that we get to learn it being at home. So all that we're going to do is take out an hour, come on Zoom and learn. Very, very important. Enough of having lived a life like a victim, feeling that all this pain and restlessness is normal, all this relationship conflict is normal, all this disease in the body is normal. We need to finish this victim life. We just need to take out an hour, energize ourselves, learn these spiritual principles, connect to the divine power, and practice those simple lifestyle habits which are a part of this Raj Yoga meditation lifestyle. And you start beginning that today itself. And today is Saturday. And this Monday, we should start the course. This Monday, we should start the course. Gift yourself this course. Gift yourself. It cannot get easier than this, that it's happening sitting at home. Earlier, I used to always say, nothing can be more easier than just walking into a Brahma Kumari's meditation center and say, okay, I want to do the course from today. And sisters were always there to take care of us. And there was never a cost attached. And so I always said, nothing can get easier than this. But now it's got easier than that also. You don't even have to get up and go to the center for the course. You just have to switch on your phone and laptop and do it online, being at home. Now, what can get easier than this? Nothing more. So let's start from this Monday itself. This Monday itself. When one person in a family starts doing it, that's certain. When one person in the family starts doing it, you start raising your vibration, you start energizing yourself. Your vibration start changing the energy of the house. It only requires one person to change. It will start changing the vibrations of the house. Others will start getting influenced. They will start getting strengthened. They will start getting strengthened. So it all begins with one. So let's promise myself today that I am going to be that one. That one. And this will take care of emotional, mental health issues. This will take care of physical health issues. This will first immediately start healing our relationships, and we will be radiating pure divine energy into the environment. And it will change the collective vibrations of the world. Let's sit back 2 minutes. 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Relax your body. And bring your attention to the center of the forehead and visualize a tiny point of light here, like a little star. And as we say these thoughts, you can gently repeat it to yourself in your mind. And gently visualize it also. I am a powerful being. As you say this, energy of power radiates to every cell of your body. I am a powerful being. My every thought, my every word is pure. It's perfect. I am calm and stable always. always happy, always happy. I am fearless. I have faith, faith in God, faith in myself, and faith in my destiny. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Visualize divine white light aura around yourself. I am safe and secure. I'm an angel of God. The ocean of love, the ocean of peace and happiness. I'm an angel of God. I radiate God's love, peace, and happiness to everyone around me. Visualize God loves and power into you and from you all out into the world. I radiate God's love, God's peace and power into the world, healing every mind, healing every body, healing the planet. I am God's angel. Every word I speak is a blessing. Every karma is accurate. I am God's angel, creator of the new world. The world where peace is the religion, love is the language, happiness is a way of being. I am the creator of the new world. If there's anything on your mind, anything troubling you, anything of the past, surrender it to Him today. Our parent, share it, say it to Him. Any question, put it there for Him. Invite God into your life as a very personal relationship. And from Monday, promise that 1 hour to yourself. To learn how to be very naturally connected to God always the battery, this inner battery, connected to that divine power, and radiate that power to the family, into the house, at work. I am God's angel. Thank you so much. We will live in silence and be in silence for a few minutes. Say to God, whatever is on your mind, release it today. Any question, put it across. Any issue which needs an answer, put it across there. Wait for the answer, it will come. But first say it there. Surrender. Put it in your thoughts, in your affirmations, and start tonight itself before going to sleep. 10 minutes, pure content, repeat affirmations first thing tomorrow morning. And then Monday, we start learning the meditation. Thank you so much. Shukriya. Shanti.
थैंक यू सो मच सुकुम्बित परिवार की तरफ से बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। ओम शांति।